the only natural thing to do is to return to some more new overpowered anime protagonists. You guys really showed a lot of love to the previous one, so it's only fair to give you all more to watch from this specific topic. Here are a few more of the newest powerful anime protagonists you should watch. Check it out and thank me later. I'll begin this list with a nobody's way up to an exploration hero. This is a very cool concept of characters who live in Japan, where a fantasy-like dungeon exists for them to go into, kill mobs, make money, and spend on buying equipment or material to upgrade themselves to venture deeper down. It mixes reality and fantasy together, which you don't often see, and even though the visuals may not be the strongest point of a low-budget anime, it is still quite entertaining. It does even show a weak protagonist who only gets overpowered thanks to rare SSR-ranked cards that he finds and summons mythical beings to help him in battle. This anime is quite the hidden gem of the current season, if I must say. Barely anyone talks about it, yet it's full of action and crazy plot twists, I tell you. Humanity had once won a war against the other major races, but when a secret reincarnation event occurred, the world had changed to where humans have lost, and the other races now rule over the world. The hero Sid was absent, and that resulted in the humans losing the war. But an ordinary human named Kai finds out that he inherits the powers of Sid after finding his legendary relic of a sword, and ventures to defeat the leaders of the other races to restore humanity's victory once more. Cloverworks really did a great job with adapting one of my favorite anime from this year, and that is Windbreaker. A simple concept of high school delinquents beating each other up to show who is the better school, though it does take it much further than Tokyo Revengers as an example, as the fighting choreography is extremely well fleshed out and its visuals are great. One high school student named Haruka wants to show that he is the best, power hungry to fight those who are tough, and really hates people who pick on the weak. Now how about checking out a super generic reincarnation anime that surprisingly went popular because everyone loves isekai. A guy reincarnates into the body of a baby child and grows up to be the 7th prince of the royal kingdom. Now in his previous life, he was just a weakling sorcerer who could barely even cast a spell and was made fun of. But now, he can finally use magic and wishes to enhance it even further after discovering a library full of magic books. Yes, he is overpowered, but what could you expect from a reincarnation such as this? So if you do watch it, I'm very sure that you will find it very entertaining. Mission Yozakura Family. This is a really interesting, cool show worth checking out. Asano lost his parents in a car accident at a young age, and all that is left with is his childhood friend Mutsumi, who is the head of the Yozakura family household. But it turns out that the family is a bunch of people with supernatural powers, and it seems Asano is a threat to Mutsumi. The only way for him to be safe is to marry Mutsumi and become the head of the Yozakura family, but in order to do that, he must prove himself by getting stronger by becoming the best spy that the family had ever seen. Next up we have is a big hidden gem which barely anyone talked about. But if you like delinquents in a high school setting, different gang teams, fighting over territory, or showing who's the boss with powers included of course, then check out Bucchigiri. get your average weak, puny high school kid who is small compared to other bigger guys, yet he finds himself a supernatural being who can grant him major power with the ability to fight stronger and tougher opponents. That's the base of things, but the story is more deeper than you think and a complex story as you get to it later down the line. But it's a very good show that I highly recommend.
しかし、腹男が煮えくり返ってる今、休日だろうが知ったことか。今夜はカレーだって決めてこの1週間働き抜いてきたってのに、甘口じゃなくて激辛カレー。
Mr. Villians Day Off. It doesn't really sound that badass, right? Well, that's because it's more of a slice of life series focused on something different that you don't normally always see. The general is tasked with invading and destroying Earth, but needs a break or a day off from constant evil, which is why he wants to go to the zoo, see pandas, buy ice cream from a convenience store, and enjoy a time off for himself. And not even the Rangers, the heroes of Earth, will stop the general from seeing pandas at the zoo. Just, let the man be, take care of other business until he goes back to being evil. This is another underrated fantasy anime that has come to an end very recently, and I must say it was really enjoyable. A human girl named Belle was born without fur or demi-human features, with all those around her being different. She's labeled as a faceless, a complete lost girl trying to find her rightful place in this world while venturing out with her giant big sword, fighting and slaying enemies in the process. It's a long, tedious journey, but it's so epic to see. Berserk of Gluttony. This show aired last year, but it's still, kind of relatively new and not many people actually know about it. The protagonist, Fate, starts out as a weakling with his powers hidden and unable to actually unlock it since he doesn't really know how, yet he's constantly bullied and made fun of. But it turns out that he has the gluttony skill, unlocked after killing something which his power then feasts on the blood of his enemies, making him grow so strong. He even buys himself a legendary talking sword which helps guide him on his journey to become a complete monster. Finally, to recommend the last anime on today's video list, The Kingdom of Ruin. This anime has quite a bit of negative opinions surrounding it, because it has a lot of gore and the death of many women, but it's a tale of revenge that is extreme and insane, and it made me really enjoy its story so much. Now, witches are known to be a threat to humanity and must be exterminated, but a human boy named Adonis was an apprentice for the witch Chloe, who later on was murdered by the Empire and its leader. But now Adonis swore to seek vengeance, kill all the humans to satisfy his hunger for revenge for killing his sweet, precious Chloe, whom will never return. That, my friends, is the end of the video. Thanks for reaching to this point and watching throughout the entire thing. Subscribe to stay notified of my latest uploads and anime recommendations. Do drop a like if you did enjoy, and I'll be catching you all in the next one.